It's cold and so.
Yes.
So much after you
Presentation.
Thank you, Dr.
Here, but how to make it big, so you know what things, yeah.
Dr. May, you were there with Joe Biden. And you were. He spoke at the UN.
No, well, when I went, it was the governor of New York.
Under control.
No, that's the mayor. I was the governor.
The mayor,
That's why they have, I mean, governor, that's why they have governor. Good evening. I would like to call the Thursday, September 26, 2024, receivers meeting with the public to order. Would everyone please stand for the pledge of allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, before we get started, I just want to make note that on last Wednesday, the Chester Upland School District appeared before the Honorable Judge Dozier to give an update and also present the amended recovery plan, which Judge Dozier did render an order accepting that amended recovery plan and also to resolve some outstanding litigation as well. We are working closely with our solicitor, Mr. Donatelli, Mr. Jarman, to come up with a simplified version of what that means. Those orders are on the website currently, as well as our Mass Insight Report and Recovery Plan. We, myself, the board, and administration are tentatively planning some dates in October where we'll be having some public meetings to outline in detail what that means for the Chester Upland School District. So those save the dates will be coming out very, very soon, but there will be community meetings in person that, again, this body will come out and present that information in great detail and answer any questions that anyone has related to those documents. We also will be having consistent meetings about the progress of this new amended recovery plan, presenting a scorecard and report card. Again, that will be public and it will be consistently happening throughout the year so we can monitor that progress. One thing I will note from the hearing is that the judge feels that Chester Upland School District is making decent financial progress compared to where we were, and now really put the emphasis on us to focus more on the academic success of Chester Upland School District now that some of the resources are being met. So that's already a component of this amended recovery plan, that academic piece. We will be focusing more on that because it's about the rebranding of the Chester Upland School District. How I look at it and view it, it's healthy competition, and we are going to do better to attract more students back to our district. So I wanted to make that statement prior to us getting into the meeting, and at this time we will have, and I also need to make an announcement. Action items C7 and C8 are going to be tabled this evening. Action items C7 and C8 are going to be tabled this evening. So with that being said, I will turn it over to Dr. Mean to review her superintendent's report.
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Good evening, everyone who is here present and anyone who is on line. Thank you, Dr. So a few updates here. I wanted to share that I had the opportunity to actually go to the United Nations General Assembly in New York with other superintendents across the Commonwealth and some of the neighboring states. And this was a part of the Center for School Study Council that we have regularly with leaders, district leaders around the state. And the purpose of this was to attend the Science Summit, which is generally attended by scientists from all around the world. And this was the first opportunity that we had as educators to be in the room to kind of talk about some of the mental health concerns that we have and how we could work together in terms of support for our students in our district. So this is just a photo here of myself and some of the other leaders, and I look forward to keeping you updated on next steps with this and what this can look like for our school district, getting additional supports around mental health. Next step. The amended recovery plan, which Receiver Nichols just shared an update on, I just want to note here that if you go to our website at chesteruplandsd.org and I'm looking for, you will see to the far left-hand side a link for you to actually view the amended recovery plan and those orders. Next slide. In addition to that, there are a number of areas of focus in the recovery plan. But I wanted to share this just so you can see it. As you can see at the very top around exit criteria, but right under that, academic goals. So we look forward to talk more about that, as well as the culture and climate initiatives and student-centered support as we have been working throughout the district. So I just wanted to note that for the public. Also, we have our school menus now online, and there is a QR code that can be scanned for that to easily access the daily menu items, nutrition information, and other items there. Next slide. If you have any questions around or concerns around transportation, food services, and facilities, I just wanted to share again the contact information for that listed here with the email addresses. It's also something that went out in my Clipper Connections newsletter. So I just wanted to share that again here. If you have any questions, concerns, thank you. Next slide. Also, when you talk about college and career readiness and how to finance that, there are now some workshops that are happening with the FAFSA. And so there are dates listed there so that you know what those workshops are. And please feel free to attend. That first one being September 24th at 3 p.m. So that one has happened. But there are 3 additional ones that will occur. Next slide. This is just a reminder about our social emotional learning initiative around promoting positive actions calendar. This goes out every month. So please feel free if you're utilizing this and would like to know more information about what is being shared on those calendars to reach out to Ms. Bowser, who is our Director of Equitable Learning and Support Services. Next slide. Just some upcoming events. Next slide. We have our homecoming, October 5th. And so, if you need additional information on that, please visit the website at chesterclipper.com for more information about preparing for homecoming. That is next week, so we are moving quickly. Next slide. Just some upcoming dates for you as schools and offices are closed on 4th of July, October 3rd, Thursday. We have some PD dates coming up, so please just make note of those when the schools and offices are closed and or when there is a half day for students. Just a few highlights for you of some things that happened this month. Next slide. So we had our first meet and greet after our last month's receivers meeting, and that went very well. It was exciting to be able to kind of just talk to individuals afterward and have, a meal together and kind of address concerns right on the spot that we, needed to at the time. So we look forward to doing more of those throughout the year. So thank you for community members who participated. There were a number of back-to-school nights across the district so that you can learn more about our schools, our programming, visit with our leaders, educators within the schools, and those were a success. Hispanic Heritage Month, September 15th to October 16th. So please be looking for more events that will happen throughout this time. But I want to note the Hispanic Heritage Month in the Chester Upland School District. Next slide. We received a grant for more than $800,000 we were awarded, and this grant is around environmental repairs. So we are looking forward to how those dollars will be utilized in order to improve our facilities. So congratulations to CUSD around this award. I like the clause here just to kind of get my hand back. And this will be used to address environmental hazards. Next slide. Also, our student and parent information forms, they're now online. You used to have the kind of paper pencil, but now you can actually access this online. And again, if you look up here, there's another snapshot of that first page on our Chester Upland School District page with the arrow showing where you can actually get that form and update your information. It's important for us to stay in contact, and in order for us to do that, it's important for parents to be able to update that information regularly. Next slide. And then we just have some upcoming events, dates that are listed here. I've already talked about homecoming. There's a number of PBIS assemblies that are happening. I talked about this staff professional development, but we also have Indigenous Peoples Day where we're going to be closed as well, and then the next committee of the whole before our next receivers meeting. Thank you. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Dr. Lee. We will move on to our student rep. We have our Chester High student rep. Your presentation. Thank you, sir. We will move on to our presentation, Main Street. Principal Matt Lee.
My dress. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
It is my pleasure to come here tonight on behalf of the staff, students, and parents of Main Street Elementary to just present a few of the great things that are going on in our school building these first few weeks of school. Next slide. So our Main Street mission, the mission of Main Street Elementary School is to cultivate the intellect, foster the character, and ignite the imagination for our students so that they can become leaders who choose their own futures in college and beyond. Next slide. The vision of Main Street, Main Street motto, we are here to learn, therefore we will respect our school, ourselves, and others, cooperate with all school staff, take responsibility for ourselves, and put forth our best efforts. Our students recite that every day, every morning. Next slide. And now I'm going to show you some of our activities that have taken place. Next slide. We started off with our Back to School Spirit Week. One day we had Twin Week. Another day we had Pattern Week. Then we had Dress to Impress Day. And the students really took part. We had a sports day that's not up there, but the students had a great time. Next slide. Then we had our back to school night. We were really happy and pleased with the parents, the number of parents that came out to just learn about their students and their teachers and what they're learning. Next slide. If you can click that picture, before you click it, the men of Omega Psi Phi fraternity collaborated with us, and they sponsored a Dad Walk Your Children to School Day. And somebody said, I don't know who said it, if you ask them, they will come. So we put it out there, and if you can click that picture, it'll just be a slideshow of the parents, the fathers that actually came. It's not showing. Mm-mm. It's on there. Oh, well, sorry. It's playing over there, but.
Is that something that we can have playing on the district's channel?
I can edit it in later.
I think I had a presentation.
So no, don't do that.
Put it on the chat.
So while she's doing that, because something I don't have on the slide, I know you've been familiar with our partnership with a lot of us. We went to UVA this summer. And when we went to UVA, it gave the principals an excellent opportunity to come together and collaborate and plan. And one of the things we came up with, we always talk about one Chester, but our schools seem to be divided. So we want to come together and just meld that. So one of the things we've come up with, each month, we have grade group collaborations on those half-day Wednesdays where all kindergarten teachers will come together, all first grade teachers will come together, so that everybody's hearing the same thing. And not only that, they can share what's working, what's not working, so that we can get away from this. Well, I want to put my kid in Main Street because they're not getting the same thing that they're getting in Stetzer, so that we can truly be one Chester and all of our students can get the same quality education. Next slide.
Principal Medley, you made Ms. Arnold smile.
You have a great back to school.
Thank you. So these are our PSSA results. If you look at the 2024 results and compare them to the 2023 results, you can see that we are moving in the right direction. Next slide. They were our ELA results, and if you see the same thing in math, I know we have a long way to go, but still, we're happy that we're still moving in the right direction. We have an upward trajectory. Next slide. We're in the process of assessing for iReady, so that data is in progress. Next slide. And then we have our PBIS, we roar with Tiger Pride. We have our ROAR, which stands for Respect, On Task, Act Safely, and Responsible. And as you can see, you have hallway rules, bathroom rules. All of those posters are in our hallways, in our bathrooms, so the students know the expectations no matter where they are. Next slide. And our upcoming activities, we have our Student of the Month breakfast that'll be coming up in October. We have our Harvest Parade. We have our annual Breast Cancer Awareness Walk. We have a Tiger Dollar painting party, and our Canned Good Drive is coming up. And that concludes my presentation. We are Main Street Strong. Thank you.
Thank you, Principal Medley. At this time, we will move on with the agenda with the approval of the minutes for September 5th, 2024, and September 19th, which was a special meeting, 2024. The minutes for both September 5th and 19th, 2024 are hereby approved. And I would notate for the record, board members, I will have those emailed out to you by morning. All right. Madam Secretary. Public comment. On action items only. I'll take them both. Ms. Tyra Quell, 913 Louis Street.
I think I signed the wrong one.
All right. Ms. Sylvia Bridgepole.
Yeah, that's the wrong one. The other one say action items.
Gotcha.
Say nobody on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
But this says action items too.
yeah.
They both say action items, okay. Ms. A. Arnold, 2601 McCary Street.
I think all of my questions were answered between tonight and the meeting last week at STEM.
Okay, thank you. So and that's another thing, I think, so the public knows, the committee as a whole meeting, we want to do better so that we could have the information presented at that committee as a whole committee, meeting for the public to be more engaged and hear the information that's being presented here tonight, the dialogue and thought process behind it. So I'm glad that, it worked, and we're going to continue to intensify those efforts to ensure that that continues to happen. All right, with that being said, education agenda items A1 through A5. Action items A1 through A5 are hereby approved. Action items B1 through B5 on the personnel agenda. Personnel agenda items B1 through B5 are hereby approved. The business agenda C1 through C6. Action items C1 through C6 are hereby approved on the business agenda. All right, Ms. Tyler Quell, public comment. Oh, Steve Fox.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Oh, it skipped from 5 to 7. So for the record, action items C1 through C5 are hereby approved. Ms. Quell, please state your name and address. Sorry, 1 second, Ms. Quell.
C4, because you said scratch C5.
No, 6.
Oh, 7 and 8. All right, Ms. Quell, again, state your name and address for the record. We will post the responses to your questions within 3 business days to the website.
Well, I really don't have a question. Tyra Quayle, 913 Lloyd Street. I just want to say that as I drive down 9th Street and I look at CUSA and I look at those new windows against the blue, against the gray, it is so aesthetic, I never say that word right, aesthetically pleasing to see. Whoever picked those colors did a great job. And I don't know. You did? Oh.
It was a committee.
Okay.
Dr. Sutton, Dr. Plesser.
I wasn't really going to believe you because men usually don't have that ability, but people have commented to me how nice it looks. And today I had the pleasure of driving by to see that playground and the colors, the vibrant colors and stuff. It's such, what's coming along is such a beautiful message to these children that we care about how things look. And job well done. That's all.
Thank you, Ms. Quell. And I just want to say this publicly. I appreciate the public's patience with the district as we're going through the construction phases. Because I can speak for me, I wasn't necessarily satisfied that we didn't have things done prior to our students and faculty arriving back before school started. But people have been they've been patient. And we're starting to see the rewards. The playgrounds, they do look lovely, the windows and everything. So again, I just want to thank the public for their patience.
Good job.
Thank you. All right. Ms. Sylvia Richbaugh? Hello.
Hello, I'm Sylvia Richbell, 107 East 23rd Street, Chester, PA. Start. First, I want to second what Ms. Medley was saying about bringing the district together. Last year, me and Ms. Betty had spoke about instead of everybody running from school to school on the first day of the school, we could come together and have something with everybody together. They can make the announcement, everybody learns where they need to go at one time. And I think it will make it a lot easier on you guys. The second thing is the library situation. I'm here all the time, but I was unaware that the kids don't have access to a library. It is a problem in college when the kid can't go to college and know how to study. So I was, it's an online library or something that they could probably have access to since they don't have the physical library anymore. And I wasn't at the meet and greet, but I want to say thank you, like Ms. Arnold said, for fixing the steps at STEM. That's it.
Thank you. Ms. Adrian Arnold?
Good evening, Jean Arnold, 2601 McCary Street. I think I have maybe 3 or 4 items. One is if Mr. Whitaker, I'm putting him on the spot, could give us a bit of an update about the Alice drills and where we are, whatever he can afford to tell the public. And I would like to say thank you for the progress that's being made in the locker rooms for the football players. I've had a walkthrough and I appreciate the progress and I look forward to all of it being completed in a timely fashion. And for the individual schools that have student government, I've asked before and I'm asking again, can we develop the work that they're doing there as student government leaders and then have them come here and do some presentations for us at our meetings? I think it would go a long way in helping them develop their leadership skills and all those interpersonal skills that we need as adults and what have you. And thank you to Mr. Franklin and his team for the Gates Scholarship application process. They have completed the first phase. You know I'm a stickler for that, and I want to say thank you for that work having been done, and still put a plug in for us doing it earlier next school term during the summer. And that's it, I think, for this evening.
All right, thank you, Ms. Arnold. All right, with that, nothing else, all, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you. Oh, Mr. Whitaker, I was training before we adjourn. Ms. Arnold, I misunderstood you. I thought maybe at the next meeting you wanted to, that's what I thought.
He can do a really detailed one then.
Yeah, he can do it, we can most certainly have that done at the next meeting, and it can be detailed, yeah.
Thank you.
That's why he was standing back there in the cut.
Thanks, Steve, thank you.